A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. This defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Packers defense, and they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle. Lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Andrew Booth making the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll send Judy in motion left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run on 1st down. Fowler, a gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7. play fake. Here's Love. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Loose inside the 30. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is complete to Hawkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick here is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Taken down at the 42. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. It's Ballard. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Love, they go play action now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's deep. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Off the play fake, Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
First down, going to the air with Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want him to catch the football first. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And we both know there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
He lets one go deep for Addison.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Addison will go in motion left.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Hawkins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, it's Hawkins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
First down, Love to pass. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
has some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Third and 3. On play action. Love to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. In trouble, and he's taken down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action this time with Love. This will be caught. Judy. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Trouble, 38. Black shot. Will Green.
Throwing. Love. Toward the sideline. Intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. There's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. I have to think a major focus in the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Ready. Black ultra. Field black. Slide 2.
Following the interception, Love. That's taken in by Watson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's an entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, it's Ballard, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Third and 2, Love with it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Love wants to shift things around. They'll run. This is Powell. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to widen their advantage.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Up the middle they go. Ballard, and he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10.
12, 10. Edo blue. Red, cycle. Ready?
Love now. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Vikings 6. Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Powell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 6. Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's 3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down now, it's Hawkins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. A big
And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 38. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ballard. There he goes, right side.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
153 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Blue striker. 6, mega. White. Yellow. Cut.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.